Hello everybody, welcome back to our tutorial. My name is Chigebere. In today's tutorial, I will be walking you through the steps I use in creating my Binance trading robot. So far, this robot has been trading on its own, and I want to show you the steps involved. So for this tutorial, we need some tools, and those tools include Python, PIP, and the Binance package. The IDE I will be using for this will be the VS Code. That's what I will be using. So if you have VS Code already installed, you can go ahead and continue from these steps. So we need Python, PIP, and Binance package, and these are the things we need. So if you don't have Python installed on your system already, you can do that by going to this link. This link will provide you insight on how to download and install the Python application to your system. So this is for installing on Windows. So it has an overview on how you can do that, install it on Windows. So follow the steps and install. If you are using MacBook, so you can go to this link here on how to install it on Mac. Follow the steps. Okay, this is for installing on Mac. You can follow the steps and then install it on your MacBook. There's a place I want you to pay special attention to. It involves linking, using Brew to link your Python. If you have different versions of Python on your system, and for this particular tutorial you need Python I think 3.8 and above. Anything less than that, I'm not sure it will work. So use this particular line of code to link and unlink your Python, and also ensure that you are using your default Python version is Python 3. So the next one is our documentation for using the Binance for getting our API and API key. So over here in this line of code, you will see that API key and API secret is required here. So you need to use this particular URL, binance.com/en/support/faq/3600025025072. So let's use that to see how we can get our Binance API key. So this will walk you through on how to get your Binance API key and API secret, which you can use in this place. So this will be required. That's the next thing you need to get it, copy it, put it down somewhere, and then wait for when you will need to use it. So for the Python documentation, Python Binance documentation, go to this URL here. After you must have installed your Python, your PIP, then the next one is to install the Python Binance package. So for the Python Binance package, you go over to this place, and then you get to see all this. So I believe you must have installed your PIP here. When installing, when you follow these the first two steps, it should tell you how to install. If not, you can just Google online. You will see how to install PIP package in your Python program. So over here, the next thing to install is the Python Binance. Just copy this line of code here, run it in your terminal, and it will install the Python Binance for you. With that, we are set to I'm set to run you through on how to develop the logic for your trading. So These are other endpoints or uh, code you can use to get whatever you want. So you get the market depth, you use this particular Python code here, and for this, and you have so many of them for accounts. You can get your balance, you can get your fetch order, place order. For placing order on Binance, here it is. For placing a market order, this is what you use. Sorry, this is what you use. This is for limit order, and for OC order and the rest of them. And I also think for account, to get your account info, this is it here. To get your balance, this is it here. And so many other cool stuff you can do with this Python Binance package. So if you've done all this step here, if you've gone through all this step here, then you are ready to start building the logic for your robot. So as you can see here, I'm already running it. It's placing a buy order and also placing a sell order. And I have I'll still explain that to you, but I already have it running on my system. So I've set it up. I've been running it for a day or two now. So on your VS Code, we need two extensions so as to beautify our code and to be able to run it with a click of button. So you load Pylance from Microsoft, about 41 million download or so, and you have Python also from Microsoft. So download these two extensions. You can go to your marketplace and install them, but it's not a must. You must install them. It's just for it to make things easier for you. So go to the marketplace, look for it, search for it here by typing Pylance and Python. So you should get it. This is Pylance, this is Python. Click on them and install it. So once you have that installed, you can reload your IDE or reboot it or restart it, whichever one, and then we can now start writing our code. So I'm going to walk you through the steps on what all these are and what they are doing. So this is a selling order being placed at this time, 9:18. Let's check it out for just to confirm with you that this order has been placed. So these are my orders. So the last order was placed on 9:16 also. Let me check. 9:16. We have for 9:16, 9:18. Okay, this is it. It's still placing. So as it continues to place, you will be seeing it down here. I don't know if my time here and this one are in sync. So it's placed to sell order 1, 2. Okay, they are. I think they are 2 minutes apart over here. So back to our tutorial. So get your script, open a folder, add a file, call it anything you want. For me, I call my BTC USDT shift trading, and you can open a Jupyter file or you can have a Python file. So for Jupyter, I use Jupyter to test run each code content. Then once I get it right, I move it to this other one where I form the whole logic for it to run. So let me walk you through the code. I'll still paste this code in the description, or I'll give you a link to the GitHub repository where you can do that, where you can get it. So this is us importing the Binance package into our file here, or into our script. I also imported time. This time I will be using this time to automate the process of buying and selling. I will be using this time to automate the process of buying and selling. I think I use this somewhere here. here. So this is it here. So I'm using a timer to run this script over and over again every 5 seconds. So that's why we need to import this timer here. So over here, the API key you copied, paste it inside this place. The API secret you copied before, place it inside this place. Now, this is where we define our client using the API key and the API secret. We are calling these two variables here. So all these piece of code here are the parameters I defined for getting data directly from the Binance, my Binance account and the Binance API directly. So for this is to get user to get the user to get balance, USDT balance, my current USDT balance, which I am showing you here. And for this, should I increase this? Okay, let me see if I can increase the font size. Okay, I'll still paste the code for you to see. So for this is used to get the order for the order, go to the order book and get the order in for BTC and USDT. And I just limited it to 1 because I just need the last order that was placed to use it to make my decision. What am I using it to do? I will explain as we go down. Then this info, this Binance info is used to get your account. It's used to get your account. And this average price, I tried using it, but it didn't work out the way I wanted it to. So I'm going to remove it from on here. And this one is get my last trade. I want to get the last trade that I executed, which for BTC USDT, which I'm also using to make a decision on whether to buy or to sell, or to buy higher or to buy lower and stuff like that. And this is used for the price ticker. It gets all the prices for all the cryptocurrency, the current market price for all the cryptocurrency. And this I'm using to store my last buy, and this I'm using to store my last sell price. Then this is the buy multiplier. What this buy multiplier does is, if I bought at $1 and, or let's say $10, and I want it to keep on buying as the market dips, as the prices continue to go down, and I want it to buy every time it is $1 when the price falls by $1. I specify that multiplier here. So my default multiplier here is $8. I experimented with 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. So I will tell you the reason why I'm using $8 as we go on. So trade action, no, I don't need it. This was what I defined before. And then quantity, I want to buy and sell. You can also define quantity to sell, or sell quantity. You define the variable, and buy quantity. But for this, I want to continue buying and selling the same quantity, because I want to be able to calculate the difference, the profit margin that I'm getting buying and selling the same stuff. So for this particular one, this is where I am printing out to my console, so I can be able to see what is happening, what's going on, and what I'm doing. So I'll walk you through the logic that I defined here. So this is for this. Let's go to the logic. So I've explained up to this place. So this is a function. I define this function because I want to be calling this function every 5 seconds. So I use the function here instead of having the script run once and stop. So you define a function. I called it shift here and shift here. So sorry, I edited this before. It's supposed to be shift. So with this, what happens here is I get my last trade when for BTC USDT, the last trade, the last value, and then I also get the current price, which are these. Please don't mind this average price. I'm not using it in this code. So these are the two things I am doing. I'm getting this and I'm getting this, and I will use this to decide whether to buy or to sell. So this global here simply means that I want to use this variable within this my codes here. So I'm importing whatever it's here, I'm using it within this place. So I'm using the last buy, the last sell price, the buy multiplier, and the sell multiplier directly. And I'm going to be using my last trade and price. So these are the variable I define. So this is it here. Once it starts, it prints my balance, my USDT balance, my BTC balance, then my last trade price, and the current market price. Now, it also determines whether my last trade was a buy or a sell. I need to determine that to know if I should apply the multiplier to buy when the price increases, to buy more when the price increases, or to sell when the price decreases. So this is just to print all this you see on the screen. This part from here to here, something like this. This is it here. So for this right now, I said if the price, that's the price of BTC USDT, plus the multiplier is less than the current price. If it's less than the current price, that means for the current price, when we add the multiplier which we define, which is 1 or 8 or whatever, which we define for it, for this it should be 8. I defined 8 here. So for this, if the current price, when you add the current price, when you add the multiplier to the current price and it is less than the current market price, then or let's put it simply like this. For the current market price, when you minus your multiplier from it, if the value decreases, then we place a buy order here and it buys, and then we now increase this multiplier by either plus or by using a multiplication. I'm multiplying by 1.5, so it multiplies itself by 1.5 and then waits for the next order. Now, why am I multiplying it by 1.5? I don't want it to keep on buying at this particular price, using this particular multiplier. I want it to increase. So if I sold at 10 and I put a multiplier 1, the next sale should be when the price is $11. So that is what happens here. So it tells you it's placing an order, and this particular line of code here is what is placing the order here. This is what is placing the order, this market order. So let me show you where it is in the documentation. Sorry. So this is actually Binance for market buy order. This is it here. So I'm running this piece of code directly here. I'm running this piece of code directly here by using client buy. So I'm buying immediately at the market price, current market price. I'm not waiting, I'm not setting limits and stuff like that. So the same thing happens here. I said else if I will now check at what price did I buy before, and also what is the current market price. So if the price at which I bought before, if I minus it from the current market price, if it's lower than current market price, do what? Also buy here. I want it to buy here. So this is some of the part of the logic I defined. but this is the script I'm running currently. This is the script I'm running. I want it to buy and continue buying if the market goes down, or sell and continue selling if the market goes up. So that's why you see it selling and the market goes up again, selling. So right now it's telling me that I don't have insufficient. I think I've sold off a lot of BTC here. So it's returning account has insufficient balance. So what I usually do when this happens is to do what? Is to simply stop the execution by pressing Control C, and then I run it again. So this, the installation, the extension added this for us here. So I run it again. So what it will do, it will set the last buy price and the last sell price to the current market price, and use that to start checking whether to buy or sell. So see, at this point the prices were at this, last buy price was this, last sell price was this, and this is my multiplier which keeps on increasing as I'm selling. So since it's selling, it keeps on increasing, and if it's buying, this will keep on increasing while this returns to the default value. So at this point you can see my default value, which is 8, and it picks up the current market price, does the check, see whether it needs to buy. So it bought at this price, and also it checks again, see that it can sell, so it sells. So it will keep on doing this and going forward. So let me quickly show you how much I am making. So because the volume, sorry, so because the I'm buying, I think I'm buying 0.1. Let me see. I'm trying to be careful so I don't reveal my key and secrets to you guys. So I'm buying 0.001 BTC, and the multiplier here is 8. So um that's that. And let me show you. um so let's quickly take the can I see this? No. Okay, let's check this. So if I sold when it was 6.7 and bought when it was 5.5 here, that means the difference between this and this is simply what? It's simply about 5 plus 7, that should be 13. So the difference is when it was $13. So you can use that to calculate if you are, so it's telling me, so as you can see from here, I don't have any order pending here. It's simply executing what I have on the script. So it's buying and selling based on what I have on the script. These are my trades. If I check the last buy price on my, it should be 929.66. If I come over to this place and check where is the last sell order, this is it here, 29.66.25, 29.66. Oh, it shifted a little. So that's that, guys. I will post this script. You can improve on it by checking out this documentation and by trying out few things and by tweaking it. It's just for me to show you and step-by-step method of how I implemented mine. You can add your own logic, you can do your own logic, you can do it anyhow you want and get it right. So that's all, guys. So for this particular tutorial, I'm trying, it's not everybody that have the PC to run this, or server to run this, or have the internet, or have the electricity to have this running. So currently I'm trying to build this bot on as a mobile phone application. I'm already doing that here, and so far it's going on well. So I'm using this chaquopy this to try to build all these things you are seeing here, and I can tell you something exciting is cooking. I'm putting the multipliers. You can see multipliers, change, buying, change, selling. So I'm currently working on this for it to be a mobile phone application. And why am I using this? I'm trying to use this to be able to execute Python scripts directly from my phone. So these Python scripts here, we will be executing it on our phone directly. So that's the next stage I'm going into, and I hope to see you in the next tutorial, because that will be what we will be discussing in the next tutorial. Thank you and bye for now.